Hello, I'm Nook and welcome to another Nooks Hooks vlog. In this video, I have something very exciting, but before we get into that, two things are new. Do you like my new hoodie? I just got it made for myself and a couple of friends of mine. I'm not releasing any merch or anything, but I'm in love. Second thing, do we like my new microphone? I went with the DJI model because my camera is also from that brand, so I thought this would be a better match. Let's get into this week's video. So I've been super excited about this vlog because I'm reviewing the Hobbii Advent Calendar. I'm so excited. So this Advent Calendar comes with 4 packs to open. So I think it's each Sunday before Christmas. You open 1 pack or something like that. And then you have a week to make whatever is inside. Now I know they're all wearables, and I'll have you know I have never finished a wearable project in my life. That's a lie. I made gloves for a friend because I had to. But all other wearable projects that I've started, I never finished. There are quite a few whips in the closet behind me. So in this video, I will be unboxing all of the days and immediately making them and reviewing it as an amigurumi artist who's never crocheted wearables before. I'm very excited. So let's get into the first bag. It's also fun that they come with these really nice bags that you can use as project bags afterwards. So here is bag number 1. I have no spoilers other than I think I know that there's like a beanie in there, fingerless gloves, a scarf, and one more thing I think. Not sure. So, bag number 1. Let's see what's inside. Oh, a water bottle. I did not expect there to be extra gifts in there. I thought they were just going to be projects. Oh yes, a thermal water bottle that is so cute. This nice deep muted blue color, very simple. I love it. It's a thermal cup. So I was just saying a couple of days to my friend Ivana, hey Ivana if you're watching, how I really want a thermal water bottle because I love my water nice and ice cold. So we're off to an amazing start because I did not expect there to be any extras in here. So what else is in here? We have 2 colors, which is a very dusty green color. It looks a bit more gray on camera. Might be a bit more gray. It's not too light outside anymore, so the lighting isn't ideal. And then a nice cream color. And these are Highland wool. Let's see, 50 grams. You should use a 5mm hook. Fun fact, I've never crocheted with wool before. Very exciting. And now let's see. Oh, another goodie. Look at these scissors. Okay, I'm going to be very positive about this advent calendar purely because I did not even realize it came with extra goodies. I thought it was just going to be yarn and patterns, and that was it. So I am super pleased. Nice. I'm very pleased about these scissors too because the scissors I have were starting to be a bit blunt. They weren't cutting the yarn too well anymore. So this is also going to come in very handy, and they're really pretty scissors as well. Off to an amazing start. Now we still don't know what pattern it is. Wait, there is no pattern. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Am I missing something? Let me check the box. Indeed, yes, there was more in the box. Apparently, I forgot about a cute little sticker sheet and the QR code for the patterns. So I'm going to scan this. We only get the pattern on the 1st of December. There goes my video idea. I'm sorry, but I am pissed. We had a great start to opening this calendar, but then it went downhill very, very quickly. What on earth? Hello, I am back. It is much, much later. It is now the 15th of December, so the first pattern has become available and the second should be available as well. Yes, so both are available already, and I think maybe even the third one. Yeah, I think 3 of the patterns are available already. We already dove into bag number 1, so we're not doing the review for that one, but I just opened the pattern. Now I am reading mixed reviews about this pattern being hard to understand. So we'll see. It also has the lowest reviews of the 3 different advent calendars. So we'll see how it goes. I've also never crocheted a wearable, so, well, I have attempted to crochet wearables, but I have never finished a wearable. And there have always been basic stitches, so we'll see if I am successful in any way with this advent calendar. Let's see, this is the yarn we will need, which is the Highland wool in colors number 2 and 23, and the hook is a 4mm. So I have my 4mm hook. Abbreviations. Those are a lot of words. It's a bit overwhelming, but I'm sure we'll get there. Time for a center pull. Not too bad. One thing I think is really weird in this pattern is like so many more things are abbreviated than I'm used to. Like the word hook is abbreviated to HK. I feel like those extra 2 O's don't take up much space or time. Okay, so I am 7 minutes in and I think I have the foundation done. It was a little bit confusing, but with the pictures, I think I figured it out. I think it's just confusing because you are working up 2 rows next to each other, like parallel. And I think that's where people maybe got a bit confused, but I think I have it right. And now the repeats starts, so I have a feeling this won't be okay. I just looked at the pictures for the repeats. Yikes. A lot of pictures. Okay, we'll see. 2 double crochets remain. What is a B and an F? Oh. 25 minutes in and I did the whole repeat section. Looking pretty cute. And I'm very, very pleased with myself because I did not expect to be able to do such a complex wearable pattern. Because yeah, amigurumi stitches usually are not this complex. But I'm now going to do a second repeat and see that it's stuck in my head so that I can go downstairs in the sofa and continue there. So I think I'm starting to understand what they mean by it being confusing. I had to frog the last row a couple times because it kept like not lining up. I think it is now. It's like the stairs pattern. I think it's lining up, but it's always really hard for me to know how to start a row. So I think I might have like missed a couple stitches in the rounds that I had to frog, and that's why it wasn't lining up, because it is kind of hard to determine where your next stitch has to go. But It's looking like I'm getting the hang of it again, so... Well, hello. It is now the next day. I spent a good 4 to 5 hours on this advent calendar make yesterday, and this is where I got. And it's, you can totally tell that I really don't know how to do the edges. I have the base pattern down. The edges look terrible, but we still have 3 more patterns to do for this video, and I would like to post it the Monday after Christmas, which gives me exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 days to film, 1 day to edit. 11 days. Do I look like I'm going to be finishing this whole scarf and then doing 4 more patterns, which might as well be just as complex as this one? I don't think so. But what I'm thinking is so we're gonna first ignore the border. I am going to do a border of single crochets around it to clean it up. But I'm thinking I just make it into a nice ear warmer for the winter, for when I go skiing and things like that. I think that's gonna be cute. And also it's like kind of double layered, so it's gonna be really warm. It's also wool, so I think that's gonna be the best option. I think I'm about halfway to an ear warmer, so that's what I'm gonna try and attempt to do. Nowhere near a scarf. I'm going to time myself to see how much time like one row takes me, well, considering that 1 row is actually a row of green and a row of white together. So I'm gonna time myself now. So this row of green and the row of white, the little bits you see in between, took me a total of 4 minutes, which doesn't seem too bad, but that's a lot of rows already. I must say it's going a lot faster than it was going in the beginning because I've gotten the hang of it a lot more, but still, it's taking quite a while. Curious to see how far I will get tonight. Maybe I'll be able to finish it while watching movies in the sofa, but we'll see. I'm mostly excited to open up the next package. I did see a spoiler yesterday of the next patterns, but I've already forgotten what they look like. But I do have a vague memory that they looked kind of complex too. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, kind of sucks that I'm not making the original planned pattern for this video. Well, I am. I'm making this pattern, but there is no way I'll have time for a scarf. And I think these patterns are meant to be made like one every week. I could not have finished this in 1 week. I have like the whole week off. I'm fully working for Nooks Hooks. Granted, I am doing a lot of other things for Nooks Hooks, but just like if I had every evening free and I could spend 4 to 5 hours on this every evening, maybe I would have been able to finish the scarf. Because it would be this times 7, which is not even that long for a scarf. Okay, I'm a little further down and I'm noticing 2 things. 1, what happened here? No idea. And 2, my work is suddenly getting thinner. You see? Compared to here, it's going thinner. I'm losing a couple stairs at the side. So I gotta make sure that stops happening. I think I lost a couple in the beginning too, because the start looks a lot thicker. Definitely will not be making a scarf for this video, but I don't even think like a thin scarf like this, I would have gotten any use out of it. I think a headband I will be wearing a lot more than a thin scarf. So, win-win, I guess. Oh well. It'll still be wearable on my head, I think. Okay, so a bit of progress has been made. I've been crocheting for 39 minutes. This is where we are now. This is that little dip you saw of like kind of decreasing. You see how much thinner? Actually, it's not too bad anymore. How am I going to show this? It's not too bad anymore, the top part and the end bit, but I was able to somehow improvise increase of some steps. So there's like a dip here. There's no way I am frogging. I'm just gonna have to live with the dip. It will be fine. Other than that, okay, it does look weird because I'm trying to fix the dip, but I do think I've pretty much figured out the edging. See, this one's all green, the edging, and this one's all white. So it does seem to be a lot better now than how it was before, where it was like a mix of green and white. So yeah, this is how far I've gotten. I can't see it myself. We'll see. I'll just keep measuring it around my head and see when I'm gonna whip stitch it together at the end, and then also add the single crochet border. I'm gonna leave it there for filming for tonight. I'm going to go sit in the sofa and crochet some more while watching a movie. Good morning, it's the next day, and I was able to finish my headband except for weaving in the ends. We're gonna ignore that. Here it is. There are some sections that look weird. This is where I did like the little dip, but I wanted to show you how clean it got by the end. I really figured out the pattern here, and it was really turning out so beautiful and brainless, honestly. So I was really enjoying it, and I'm kind of sad that like I messed up so much here. I might give this another try, making a headband like this in some different yarn. Well, maybe I think I would use the same yarn, but then maybe some different colors so that I don't make the same thing twice. But even I also ended up giving it a single crochet border. It didn't need it here because the edges were so clean. But yeah, I just had to cover up everything from before it got clean. But yeah, it's actually super cute, and I'm definitely gonna be using it more than I'm gonna be using a thin scarf. I'm going to a Christmas market tonight, so I might already wear it. This will be the first time I get to wear an actual wearable that I made. So let's test out the headband. Ta-da! This will be nice and toasty when I go to Christmas markets or when I'm biking, so I can put my helmet over this, and when I go on a ski holiday. And it's real wool, so it's gonna be nice and warm. I am very pleased with how this turned out, and I gotta say, I was enjoying it a lot by the end, how brainless it got, but I was also very much motivated by the fact that I wanted to open bag number 2. So let's do that now. Here we have bag number 2. I'm going to blindly grab something, a book. Oh wow! It's a notepad, but it's like dotted. Do you see that? I used to always want these dotted notebooks when I was younger. This is actually going to come in so handy for my work. I'm busy doing tax stuff now as well, so I might make this my Nooks Hooks tax book. That's a nice surprise. Buttons. I wonder if we're going to need buttons in our next project. And then I believe the rest is yarn. We have sock wool in this brown, purpley, burgundy color. Color number 60. Another one. I'm thinking it might just be all the same color. Oh no. Then sock wool in the color 9, which is like this nice beigey brown. Okay, I was kind of hoping it was just going to be one color because that would mean the pattern would have been easier. No crazy color changes, not really color changes, but crazy color work like the last one, but we'll see. Is that it? Yes. I also very much like these project bags. They're very cute as well. So, where did I put this thing? Let's see what our next pattern is. Oh, those look really complex. Yikes. Okay, they're hand warmers. Like the fingerless the fingerless mittens. They look very, very cute, but they also look scary. And with a mitten, it's not like I can just stop halfway and decide to turn it into something else, and I also have to make 2. We'll see. And the fact that we need 2 of these is making me think this is going to be quite a long pattern, because for the headband, I barely used half of each of the colors. So there's no getting away from making both mittens, so I'm scared that there's 2. Does that mean it's going to take 4 times as long as the headband? I hope not. We'll see. So I'm going to now download the pattern and then work on it a bit later in the day, or maybe not even today because boring tag stuff. And I also have I have to leave to the vet in a little bit to get our dogs updated on their vaccines. And I also have to go to the physical therapist, and this evening I am going to the Christmas market. So I'm not sure if any of this will be done today, but I'm sure you will know in the next clip. Well, hello, it is the next morning, and I actually did get some work done on the fingerless gloves last night. This is where I got. The technique is very similar to the previous pattern, which I'm kind of loving. I actually think this one is a bit easier to follow, but we'll see when like the increasing and the holes for the fingers start coming if I still think this pattern is easier. But I'm actually very happy that it's the same kind of pattern. It's slightly different, but it's the same technique, because I was just getting the hang of it with the headband that I made. So now I'm pretty damn pleased with how it looks. So they're gonna be fingerless gloves like this. There's still gonna be a little cuff border here, I believe, and then it's gonna come to here. She has 2 options in her pattern. One with a much longer piece, but of course, I'm gonna let you guys guess for a couple seconds now how long this piece took me. It took me 1 hour. Actually a bit longer than an hour. So again, not going to be doing the whole long cuff because she has 2 versions. One is this one and one is the longer version. Not going to be doing the long cuff. Also might need to keep it to only 1 glove for this video, and then off camera after I've posted this video I would go ahead and make the 2nd glove, because I do want to review all patterns. The next pattern I've seen, I'm not going to spoil it yet for you guys, but the next pattern is, I think, a bit simpler. It's a bigger pattern, but it looks a bit simpler. So I'm hoping that one's going to go fast. And then the last one, I don't know yet what that one's going to be. So fingers crossed that it's not too long either. But yeah, definitely think I will have to restrict myself to only 1 glove for this video, unless I find the time to make it after I finish the other patterns. Also, next week is like Christmas week, so I have a family get together on the 24th, the 26th, and the 27th. So I don't know if I'll have a lot of time to be working on these. I am very, very much enjoying this pattern, and it does say in the pattern that it is for experienced crocheters. I'm quite pleased with where I got, because I am an experienced amigurumi artist, not an experienced like wearables crocheter. So I am very, very pleased and proud with how it's turning out, and the design is gorgeous. On the website, the advent calendar and the patterns are getting like kind of bad reviews. I think they have like 3.4 stars, and a lot of people are giving 1 star because it's too hard to understand. But like it does say that it is for experienced people, and the explanation is there. It's complex, so it does take time to understand. And if you're not experienced, it can be hard. But I don't believe these patterns should be getting 1 star reviews because they're too hard. They're stunning patterns, and they're so stunning because they are complex. So yeah, I think that's a bit unfair. I would not rate it 1 star. I am very much enjoying these. My first one looked a bit questionable at some points, but I did get there in the end. And also, keep in mind, I am so bad at reading instructions and following instructions. With the previous pattern, I read the repeat rounds once, did it, and I was like, I know it now, I'm going to leave the pattern. I did not look back at the pattern. So the fact that it looked so wonky is not the fault of the pattern, that's my fault. I just did not read it well. And also in this pattern, I noticed some things that I missed in the previous pattern that made it much easier to, like at the end of the round, know on which side. I'm going to stop ranting about this. Now, today I should be working on something else, but I am very much enjoying this pattern and I kind of want to continue. So I think I might give myself like an hour or two to work on this one before I continue with my other Nooks Hooks work of the day. So since the last time I talked to you, I did 1 row, the brown. These are where the 2 increases are. But I did 1 row, and I just wanted to let you know that I made a mistake right at the beginning, so I had to frog and do it again. So the whole row took me a whole 12 minutes for just this little brown section at the top. Going great. But I do think I got there in the end, so it doesn't seem too complex doing the increases. I've worked on it for a good hour now, and I've definitely made good progress. Here you can see the increase going up. See there and there. So it's working out very well and it's going so nicely. Very, very much enjoying this as a little break from amigurumi. It's so brainless and just constantly doing the same, but getting this beautiful pattern from it. Now, in the pattern, it says that now it's time to think. Let me count. Yeah. Now it's time to have the thumb opening. But when I wear it, the increases fit snugly over there, and I don't think it looks like it's time for the thumb opening yet. Because the increases are here where my wrists start. So I'm feeling like I should do 1 more row, or maybe even 2 more rows. Let me see what it says for the thumb opening. Yeah, so it's with a chain over the thumb, but I guess that could work. But I think I want 1 more row of this, but I do have to write that down so I know it for my second glove. I'm going to finish that 1 round, I think, and then it's time to take a break, sadly, and work on some other Nooks Hook stuff. Ta-da! So, it's still a bit short too. It's gonna be like this, but there's also gonna be a cuff of the like brown burgundy color coming here. So I think that'll be fine. This is so cozy. I'm so pleased with how it's turning out. I don't think I've ever made anything with stitches so beautiful before. Very, very happy. Unfortunately, I have to put this down for a little bit and work on some other stuff, but I definitely will be doing some more of this tonight. Probably in the sofa, so I don't know if you'll see any more but you'll see in the next clip where I've gotten, if I've made any more today. Good morning. I did spend a bit too much time working on the advent calendar yesterday, so I still have a lot of other work to do today that I should have done yesterday, but I was having so much fun. So I did finish the first fingerless glove. I would guess it took me about 6 hours at least to make, but it's beautiful. I still have to weave in the ends, but do you see how beautiful the pattern is? And it looks so clean and it's so comfortable, and this is going to be great to walk the dogs so that I can still use the clicky system. I'm very pleased with it. And then I also already started the second glove because I mean, it did take me a long time to make the glove, but in the end, it only took me a day because I started on Wednesday, I believe, and finished yesterday, which was Thursday. Could be wrong, but that's what I thought. And then I also started on the second glove. I already did the increasing, so I'm already this far. Here's the increasing round. So I'm already there in the second glove. So it's definitely going a lot faster than it was going in the beginning, and I'm very, very pleased with how it's going now. I would love, love, love to just continue on these fingerless gloves right now. I am enjoying it so, so much. The stitches are beautiful, and just the break from amigurumi and just doing really mindless continuous rounds. Well, not continuous, you have to drop colors every round, but still, it's really mindless and just keep doing the same thing over and over again and getting this really beautiful pattern. I cannot stop looking at it. It's so beautiful. And, oh, I didn't show you this yet. You can wear them inside out. I think it's a little less pretty than the outside version, but you can do it. This is the inside out version, but here the increases are at the back. So then you can see them more clearly. I mean, it looks a mess because I still have all these ends that need to be weaved in, but this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Or actually, no, I should be wearing this now on this hand if I wear it inside out, so that the increases are on my palm. So this is what it's supposed to look like. But I do like the other version better. Highly recommend this pattern. It's hard, but as I said, it does say experienced. It is quite a challenge, but the photos really help, and the fact that it's such a repeating pattern, like I wasn't too sure from the words if I was placing the increases right, but then if you look at the pattern, you can clearly see, oh, there's one row of the yellow in between, and then the increases are to the side of that. So it made it very easy to just figure it out based on the images as well. Very happy. I feel like I'm yapping a lot in this video. I have no idea how long all my videos are going to be because I'm recording 3 at the same time, but I kind of have the feeling I'm talking a lot in this one. So I think it's best that I leave you guys here and that I don't yap too much anymore, or editing me will have a hard time finishing. Hello.
Hi, I'm back.
Guess who's here? I'm visiting Nina tonight for a little girls' night, and of course, I'm going to crochet, but in other news,
I'm gonna crochet as well. Yeah.
I started to crochet as well, which is great. You should...
No more Sudokus. Look, my projects. My first one was this little dinosaur.
So well done.
Hi. Okay, and then, of course, I did a Nook Hooks bear. Like, I have to. Ta-da! Christmas vibes.
And she did like the color changes and the belt and stuff all on her own.
Yeah. And I
For
also...
a beginner crocheter.
Yeah, learn from best. And then I also have this one.
I didn't teach you anything. You learned on your own.
No, I watched you crochet the entire day, and I've learned so much from it. I was like, how do I end like a work? And I saw you always pulling it through the loop. I was okay, yeah, that's what Anouk does. So I learned.
Okay.
You didn't notice.
And your Santa? Or did you give that one away?
Oh yeah, I made a Santa. No, it's at the. My mom is a kindergarten teacher, and I made like a little Santa from a package. That was the first thing I made.
So impressive.
So now the kids in school are playing with it. He's like, he has a home. He takes baths. He says hi to the kids every morning. It's like an entire vibe. It's so cute.
Noriche,
Noriche.
Nori is also joining us today because she needs some more socializing. She's still a bit anxious around new people.
Yeah.
So I'll be working on my second glove today.
I'm gonna make another Nook Hooks hoodie bear, but this time I want to make a reindeer. Don't know if it's gonna work, but that's the goal.
Hoeveel moet ik hebben bij uw 4 rijen, weet je dat? 40. 40 toch?
Ja.
Oh, dat was ik juist. Oké. Ik was dacht, heb ik nu weer een foutje gemaakt? Maar nee.
Well, hello everyone. It is the next day. I really hoped you guys enjoyed seeing Nina again on this channel. She's a very dear friend of mine and she lives very close by, which is why I headed over for a chill crochet night. So I did get pretty far on the second glove. The fun pattern is done, sadly. I wish I could continue. All that's left to do is doing the border around the thumb hole and the border around the wrist. So this is going to be my left hand glove. And I'm heading to a fundraiser of which you will have seen a video last week. So I was thinking if I finish these quickly now, I can wear them out and about in the fundraiser because we're going to do like a fundraiser walk and things like that. So I think it would be fun to be able to wear these at the fundraiser. So I'm quickly gonna finish these, weave in the ends, and then check back in. Ta-da! I'm so pleased with how they turned out. Look how cozy they look. Wow, the pattern is so beautiful. I can't stop looking at them and I can't wait to wear them. This is going to be so cozy, and I probably said this before, this is going to be the best to walk the dogs. Keep my hands warm, but still have that finger movement for the leash. I am so obsessed with them. Now, this is something I'm going to wear so often. My headband I've been wearing as well. So this whole advent calendar has been a great success, and I'm very pleased so far. Now, I don't have time to crochet anymore for the advent calendar right now. I might this evening, but what I do have time for is opening day number 3. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now I did already see a sneak peek of what the pattern is going to look like, so I have an idea about the colors as well, because I had a friend of mine print off the pattern for me, so I had it on paper. I'm going to do that for day 4 as well, but day 4 isn't released yet. That's releasing tomorrow. Okay, we have day 3, and I can feel some goodies inside. Shall we start with the wool or with the goodies? Let's start with the goodies. Gift tags. This is going to be so cute to hang on my presents that I give at Christmas. So I'm very glad I opened this before Christmas because it does actually say Merry Christmas on them. I see there's some other colors behind, so I'm wondering if it's a different design or if it's just the same design in a different color. Okay, so we have a couple Merry Christmas ones in beige and then with love in pink. Very, very cute. That's a nice surprise. And then next up, what is this? It's a yarn holder for on the go. This is so cool. Now I think the current project needs 2 different colors of yarn at the same time, so I won't be able to use it for this project yet, but otherwise I would have just taking it with me to the fundraiser, and I'd be crocheting away while we're doing our fundraiser walk. This is amazing. I'm thinking this goes in here. This one goes through there. Now let's open the yarn and put a skein on there to try. This yarn feels very different. Oh, wow. This is not what I was expecting when I saw the pattern. It's Tweed Delight. Wow. So this is, let's see, 85% wool, 10% acrylic, and 5% viscose. It recommends a 6mm. Okay. I'm hoping that means that this pattern is gonna go by quick so that I have time for the last one, because I still don't know what the last one is. For all I know, it could be a massive pattern. Okay, I've never ever worked with this kind of yarn before, so I'm very excited. This feels so soft. Okay, I am going to put it on my yarn holder. Like, can you just see me walking around with this, crocheting, put it on my wrist, just crocheting the whole time? I am quite sad that I don't have time to start on the next advent calendar project right now, because I really want to get started. I really want to try out this yarn. And I also think that CrochetHighway, the person who designed all these patterns, I'm guessing they also chose the yarn. The color combinations, come on. This is so beautiful together. And this one as well, so beautiful together. But unfortunately, I will have to leave it there for now, and I'll see you when I'm finally able to work on this project a bit. Hello, good morning. I don't know when the last time was that I spoke to you guys, but last night I did get started on day 3, which is a beanie. This is how far I got. Currently, I'm very much enjoying this pattern, but I did nearly have a mental breakdown from it. I got very frustrated in the beginning because my hands are very used to making amigurumi, which you usually crochet pretty tight. And this one is entirely made up of a waistcoat stitch, which I've never done before. And apparently, if you do your stitches pretty tight, the waistcoat stitch is so hard to do because you can barely get your hook through wherever it needs to go through. So for like the first couple of rounds, I think like until there, I was crocheting way too tight, and like every single stitch was taking me like half a minute, and it was frustrating me so much. Those who follow me on Instagram probably saw, but yeah. Then I finally realized I just had to crochet looser, and now it's a very simple and fun pattern, and it's gonna be a little beanie. I'm not far yet, as you can see, but I do not know if it's gonna be wide enough for my head, because I have a pretty wide head. Do you see? I don't know if it's gonna be wide enough to fit over my head. I'm going to hope that it's pretty stretchy and that it also still like widens out a little bit. If it doesn't fit over my head, I might have to improvise another increase round. So we'll see. But I think that if I do realize that I need to widen it, then I might have to frog a bit, because I'll probably have to put the increases a bit higher than where I am when I realize it has to be bigger. And also, I think I crocheted too tight when I did the first magic ring and the second row, because it's a bit holy, but yeah, it's gonna be at the top of my head, so who cares? Do you guys like my hat? So yeah, very much enjoying this one. I'm hoping to maybe get it done today, because I did already see the last pattern. I opened it up already. You'll see later why. I opened it up on camera, but you'll see later why. And it looks like a complex one. So the faster I get this one done. It is Monday now. This video is going up next Monday, but I also have like 4 Christmas parties between today and the next vlog that's going up, which is this one. So I won't have that much time to crochet for this one still. And then also, side note, look at my little rainbow minis. These are free mini patterns that I have made, but you can see all about them in my previous video. But anyway, I'm going to crochet a little bit more on this one and watch some of my favorite YouTube channels. It's a little later. I've been working on the hat and I'm starting to think it might be a bit too small for my head. See, it's already like just standing on my head rather than really wrapping around my head. And especially if I want to like be able to twist the sides up, I don't think it'll be big enough. So maybe I had to do that sooner though, although it does still feel quite comfortable. So I'm just scared it's gonna be like a shape like that and then go like that. But I guess it's gonna stretch out on my head. Or I might frog the last orange row, because I think in orange is where I have to start increasing. Yeah, I'm gonna frog the last orange row and then do 1 increase every 2 V's. It's starting to look like a weirdly shaped bucket hat because I did so many rows of no increase and then the last increase was there and then suddenly I did another increase. But I'm hoping that once it's like stretched over my head, that weird bump isn't going to be visible anymore. I mean, you definitely still see a little bump, but look, I can't be bothered to frog. Maybe I should like steam it somehow and that way it'll fit better. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that I did increase so that it's gonna fit around my head better. And if it doesn't end up actually fitting around my head, I'll just give it to my sister or someone else to wear. Good morning, you guys. It is the morning of the 24th at 9:40 a.m., which means it is Christmas Eve today. So I'm all in theme today. Now, I will not be wearing my Christmas sweater all day while filming because it jingles. And I'm a bit too scared that I'm going to be moving around a bit too much and then the jingles are just gonna mess up the audio a lot. I'm trying my best not to move my body too much while speaking to you guys right now. In the meantime, I did finish pattern number 3 and I did the rest completely off camera because I mostly finished it while we had guests over and we were watching The Grinch together. So here it is. Looks like a funny bucket. And I used up all the yarn. I did not have enough. This is not what was left. I had a little bit extra left, but not enough to do a whole round. So this is what the hat looks like. Still have to weave in the ends, of course. Now this hat, okay, now that I look at it, I do think it's pretty cute. It's not really my style in like color and how thick it is, but I still really like it. And I also kind of like that I did the increase a bit lower, because otherwise it would have been just all straight lines. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I don't know if I'll wear it much because, again, it's not really my style. If it was pink, it probably would have been. But yeah, I did in the end very much enjoy this pattern, but like I said in the beginning, I hated it. But that was my fault. Doing the waistcoat stitch with amigurumi hands is hard. You really have to just completely let go of tension, basically, and it still turns out beautifully. So that was pattern number 3. I did see a couple people saying they did not have enough yarn in these advent calendars. I don't know if it was about this specific one because they have multiple ones, but I'm not having any issues. It could be with the first one because I made it a lot smaller than it was supposed to be in the pattern, but I'm not having any issues with too little yarn. I mean, this one was a bit on the verge, but in the end, the length is perfect for me. So I'm happy with how it's going so far. Now, I did already open the last day before this, but I'm gonna cue the clip now so that you see my honest reaction. Hello friends, it's actually past Nook here. I haven't started on the 3rd Advent day, but the last pattern has been released, and tomorrow I'm seeing a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, in the evening so I can ask him to print off the last pattern at the office. So I thought I would just, instead of already looking at the pattern, sending it over to him, I would open up the yarn first and then take a look at what the pattern is going to be. So let's open day number 4. Here we have the 4th and last baggie. Without looking, feels like pretty soft yarn. It feels pretty similar to the yarn we had in day number 3. Exciting, but I'll start with the other stuff. We have stitch markers. We have a heart-shaped yarn ball with knitting needles in it, and then a mix of a snowman and a reindeer, also yarn ball stitch marker. Very cute. These will come in handy because you can never have enough stitch markers. Next up, I think I feel 2 more things in here. Oh! Gift ribbon. Oh, this is gonna be so cute to wrap my gifts for Christmas in. I'm glad I opened it now because I was planning on packing my Christmas gifts tomorrow. So we have one with mistletoe, trees, and bows on them. And I really like the really simple designs of these. One that just says Merry Christmas. And then the last one is stockings and yarn balls. This is so exciting to me. When I bought the calendar, I had no idea there were going to be like any other things in there except for yarn and patterns. Next, a measuring band. Actually, funnily enough, I've been watching a couple YouTube videos with multiple people getting a measuring band and saying they use it a lot. I've never owned one, but I desperately need one, and this is actually a very nice one. It feels like the plastic fake leather, and it's in the shape of a heart with a bow at the back. Wait, how do you retract it? I thought you do like a small pull and then, how does this work? Oh, I push it. Very cute, very handy. I actually do need this because whenever I have to like measure anything, I use like the measuring tape that comes in a toolbox. So that's not very handy. Very pleased about this one as well. And now for the grand finale, which is the yarn. Feeling very similar to the last ones we got. Wow. This is Pearly Haze. Very fitting name. Do you see that? It's like a silvery yarn, but it also has like a brown burgundy fluff to it. I have never seen yarn like this before. Do you see the fluff? It feels so soft as well. This is 73% viscose, which is what I assume is the silver part of it, and then 27% wool. Very excited about this. Wow. So now I'm gonna have a look at what the pattern for the last day is gonna be. A shawl. Okay. This is a very intricate design. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to share that one with a friend of mine and ask them if they can print it off for me so that I have it on paper as well. So here are the 2 balls of yarn called Pearly Haze. I think this yarn is very cool, but I also don't know if it really is my style, although it might look pretty cute. We'll see. I have the pattern printed off here, and I think I might get started on it a little bit, although I say this in like every clip, but I do have a lot to do today. I'm releasing my free cow pattern today. I'm heading to town to get some stuffing and some new yarn by Scapius that I saw yesterday and I need. So doing that, and for the cow, I also have to still edit a bunch and do a voiceover for the tutorial. And of course, it's Christmas Eve. I have to wrap presents, and we have to leave this afternoon for our first Christmas party of the week. So I might give myself the time to attempt a row or two, but I will see. I just read the first line of the pattern. Wish me luck while I chain 120 and then don't twist the yarn and crochet back into it when I'm done. I am the worst chainer, and I hate chaining, and I hate crocheting into the chain. So that's a fun start to the pattern. No hate to the pattern, of course, this is just a me thing. I know all wearables basically start with a chain, so that's just a me thing.
Like to invest. I want to start with the Shark Tank item that had the highest evaluation in Shark Tank history, $500,000 for 1%.
So once again, I was a hater for no reason. This yarn has been a joy to crochet with. The chaining and the crocheting into the back loop was incredibly easy. The yarn is like a mesh and it's super bouncy. So like grabbing the back loop of the first chain was incredibly easy to do and just so satisfying. And I absolutely love, love, love this yarn. I would actually like recommend it for beginners to work with, I think, because it's a mesh, it like the yarn doesn't unravel onto your hook when you're trying to grab it, and you can really clearly see all the loops because it's like a shiny silver. And then I also used my trusty row counter to click on it every 10 chains so that I got the perfect amounts of chains, and it all worked out great. So size is looking good. I'm enjoying this yarn so much that I will be doing another round, but then I really have to head into town to the yarn store. So if I come back on here in the next clip and I tell you I want to do another round or I've done more than one round, you're going to tell me off, okay? I'm counting on you to keep me accountable. I have to go to the yarn store, which is usually something I very much enjoy doing, but I'm currently enjoying this more. Once again, Nook succeeds in not reading the instructions nicely. I did the first thing, which was 2 loops, 2 chains, and I was like, oh, now it's starting to repeat this part again. So I know the pattern. I'm going to ignore the pattern and just do that all the way around. Imagine my surprise when I go back to see how to join the end of the row to the beginning of the row, and I see 3 loops. what do you see here? 2 loops. I went all the way around. And now I'm so annoyed with myself that I'm gonna be good and I'm just gonna stop there and head into town to go get some stuffing and yarn. I'm back from the store. Excuse my red face and if I'm sniveling a bit. It was so cold outside and I had to bike to the city center and back, so I froze my face off. So I thought I'd show you quickly what I got at the store because it does have something to do with the advent calendar. And I'm sorry if you hear the little jingles while I'm talking. It's Christmas, it's allowed. It gives some extra Christmas ambience. The first thing is not anything that has to do with the advent calendar, but very vital to me as an amigurumi artist, and that is 1 kilogram of stuffing. And then I ended up enjoying the first pattern so much, the one with the little step pattern, and I got the hang of it by the end. I hope I will still have the hang of it because I am now planning to make a big, massive, chunky scarf completely in that pattern. Is that a stupid idea? Yes, because it took me so long to make the headband. What did I say? I think it was at least 6 to 7 hours, maybe more, to just do the headband. But look, I'm confident it'll go faster because I've got the pattern down and also the yarn I got is much thicker. So, yesterday I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw Scapius had posted their new stonewashed extra large flow yarn. And I was like, I need me some of that. And I've been needing to go get stuffing for the longest time. But I couldn't get myself to go to the city center. But now I saw that yarn and I was like, okay, I'm going to the city center to go get this yarn and stuffing. So the grand reveal is this strawberry lemonade kind of color. It's a bit more earthy, not too bright. And I'm going to combine it with a cream color. So it's going to be steps of this variegated, what I call strawberry lemonade yarn with the white. And I think that's just going to be so cute because I'm a big fan of the combination of pinks and yellows together. So yeah, once I'm finished with the shawl that I'm making now, I'll probably use this one as my sofa project in the evening. I hope I finish it because I'm well known for, well, I'm not well known by you guys because you've never seen me make wearables before this advent calendar, but I am well known for starting big wearable projects and never ever finishing them. I've started at least 5, I've finished 0, excluding this advent calendar stuff. So, keep me to my word, check in a couple months if I've actually went ahead and finished this pattern. Also, I hope I'm going to have enough yarn. We'll see. That being said, I have a feeling I have yapped so much in this video, but I have no clue because again, I'm recording multiple videos at the same time, so I have no clue. Excuse me if this video is turning out to be incredibly, incredibly long. Oh well. Now I should get started on my cow pattern. Well, not get started, continue my cow pattern, but I want to work on this one. So I'm going to work on this one I'm going to redo that one row, probably do the next row, and then we'll see if it's really time to finish up and post the cow pattern. So remember how I said I was going to do 1 or 2 rounds, I think? I did 6. This is so much fun. I'm having so much fun making this one, and the pattern is unexpectedly very easy to do, and I've got it down already. It's looking very cute. I'm supposed to blog this. Will I? Probably not. But I can't stop I'm having the best time, but I really do have to stop now, post my cow pattern. I will probably only post the YouTube tutorial for that one a bit later because it's not ready at all. I don't want to pressure myself into that today because in like 4 hours we have to leave. And I'm sure it's going to take more than 4 hours to edit that whole thing. So I'm going to just post the free pattern on my website and on Instagram, and then the YouTube tutorial will be for later. But I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun and I want to continue. I do have a feeling that I might finish it today already, even though I have a Christmas party this evening. I'm just having so much fun, and once I post my cow pattern, I'm just gonna wanna crank this out completely because I've done 6 rows, which is, I've started the whole repeat. So I would say 4 rows is about this part of the pattern, and I have to do that part 4 times. So that's 16 rows, and I've already done 6. So that's only 10 more. It's going really, really fast as well. I'm having so much fun. And I actually, you know, it is silver, which isn't my style, but I hope you can still, the mic is still working with the scarf here. But it's kind of silver, which I didn't think was going to be my style, but it's looking very cute. I'm very much enjoying this. What a pattern to end on. I didn't think I'd find a pattern that I liked more than the gloves, because that one was amazing as well. But I do think this one, to crochet, will be my favorite. I think result-wise, the fingerless gloves will have been my favorite, and this one just to crochet, because it's just so much fun. Okay, now back to business. I'm going to post a cow pattern, and then I'm going to just crank out a bunch of rows on this pattern.
8 or 9 people I plan on making these scrunchies for. Okay. This coworker likes pink and they like black, so. Okay, I just got organized and I figured out everyone's favorite colors. If I had.
We're a little later in the day, and I finished 3 of the 4 row repeats, so that brings me to 12 rows in total. I did notice that I was wrong, what I said before, because I said there were 4 repeats needed, but it was repeat this another 4 times, so it's in total 5 repeats. So I'm down 3 out of the 5 repeats, and I'm nearly finished with the first skein. There won't be enough in this to do the next row, so I think that is a good point to force myself to have a little break, because to be honest, my arms are feeling it. But let's try it on already. So we're 3/5 of the way there, and it's looking very, very cute. I'm actually loving it, and it's going to be nice and warm. And I think I might even, if I have enough yarn, might do an extra round of the pattern. We'll see. But yeah, very much enjoying this pattern. It's working up lovely. I'm having a blast. My arms are tired now, so I have to take a break, which means I might not be able to finish it today because it is already 2 p.m. I think we're leaving in about 2 hours and a little bit, and I also still have some presents to wrap for tonight. So I'm taking a break from this. Might continue later, might continue in the car, might not. You will see in the next clip. I finished. It's not much later. It is 3:30 right now. We're leaving in an hour, and I already finished the shawl. Actually, maybe I didn't. I just cut it off and assumed I was done. No, apparently I should have done another round, but I don't care. I'm happy with how it turned out. Oops, on me again with not reading patterns. So this is how it turned out. I still have to weave in my ends. It's really nice and cozy and warm, and I love it so much, and I had a blast making this one. Overall, I've been very pleased with this advent calendar. Got frustrated a couple of times, but overall I was pleasantly surprised with nearly everything. So I thought we would go over everything we got in this advent calendar. So let me just go grab all my stuff because a lot of it I've already been using, so it's downstairs. So I've gathered everything, I think, in front of me. I think this is everything, I hope so. So I wanted to do a quick roundup of everything we got. First off, I am gonna count these because they are handy and cute. So it is 4 little project bags is the first thing we got. Next up, Christmas tags. I haven't used these yet because I wanted to do this roundup so I can still hang them on the Christmas presents that I just wrapped before this. We had this super cute measuring tape. We had these scissors, which I've been using a lot. I love them so much. We have this water bottle, which I've also used a bunch already. We have this yarn holder wristband. Very cute. Stitch markers. 3 sets of ribbons. Again, haven't used these yet, but I can still wrap them around the presents I wrapped today. 4 little buttons and a nice dotted notebook. And I'm very pleased with all the extras we got because I did not even know when buying this that there would be any extras. So I'm very pleased about that. And now for the projects we did. So I started off with what was supposed to be a scarf and ended up being a wonky headband. If we look at this part, it doesn't look wonky. If we look at this part, it looks very wonky. Very, very much enjoyed this pattern. I will say it was quite hard to understand the first time around, but I did get the hang of it quite easily. Well, not quite easily. After a while, I did get the hang of it. I did not make the pattern as it was supposed to be in, as written in the pattern because I turned it into a headband, but I'm very pleased with the results. So, first pattern, quite a success, could have been better, but I really love the stitch, and as you know, I already bought yarn to make a massive scarf in this same pattern. So I would still call that a success. Also, this is because I made it into a headband, but I still have over half, I believe, of both the skeins of the purse project left over. Next up, we had my fingerless gloves to wear. This is my absolute favorite thing we made. I have used them nearly daily. I love them so much. They're beautiful. The stitch was so much fun to do. I wish I could do the scarf in this stitch, but this one, when you turn it inside out, it's not my favorite look. It looks like this. But yeah, I wish I could do it in this, but it's not reversible. But yeah, I think this one was my #1 pattern that we did for the advent calendar. And I get so much use out of this one. And here again, we have a lot of yarn left over. Definitely over half of the yellowy beigey color, the sand color. And obviously way more than half of the burgundy color. So another great success. Very, very happy with this one. The third pattern we did was the hat. This one was my least favorite, both in execution, so the waistcoat stitch, and also in end result. It's not my kind of vibe. The hat is a bit too chunky. I also wish it would have been a bit longer, but as you know, I completely ran out of yarn. Yeah. I mean, it's a good hat. but like, I don't know what it is. It just, I feel like it looks weird on my head. Let me know what you think down below. And actually, I would have liked to have made it a bit longer so that the band, I think I might have liked it more if the band was thicker, but then the hat itself is too small. So, yeah. This one was a bit more of a miss than a hit, but still, it's a cute hat. And then the last pattern I made was the shawl that I still have to weave in the ends. Also for the hat, I still have to weave in the ends. Don't tell anyone. And this one was another great success. At first, I did not think this yarn was going to be my style, but it ended up being a great success. I enjoyed making it so much. I binged it all in a single day, half a day actually. And this yarn was so buttery soft to work with. The nicest yarn I've ever crocheted with. The pattern was fun. The final result is great. It is actually something I will be wearing. So I'm very pleased with all of this. So and for this one, this is how much yarn I have left. So definitely more than half a skein of this yarn. So overall, I am super, super happy with this advent calendar. I paid a little under 100 euros for it, which with all the goodies, I have no idea how much all this yarn costs, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But with all the goodies and just the fun I had with this pattern, I think it was 100% worth it, and I learned so many new things. I learned all these stitches I would have never known before. I learned how to do wearables. I learned some new techniques that I can use. And I learned a stitch that I loved so much that I went ahead and bought yarn to do another one. So I think we can call that a big success. And I think as a last thing in this video, I have to wear all my makes at once. So we've got my shawl on already. Next is the hat. Now, this is supposed to be a scarf, but I'm putting it on over my hat, and then the fingerless gloves. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the thumbnail or if I should keep it a secret for you guys. You guys already know, but I will figure it out. But let me just hide this tail. Go away. Oh my God. Great success. So, here's the final overview. What do you guys think? I had such a great time making this, and I will definitely be doing a video like this again next year. With that, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you thought of the advent calendar, if you think it was worth the $100 that I spent on it, and if you would be open to trying out an advent calendar by Hobbii as well. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!